EV ready plans. I'm going to throw some numbers at you here. Right now, about 1 in 5 new cars that are bought in BC are electric. And 5 years ago, it was 1 in 10. And with most people preferring to charge at home, more and more people are trying to get EV chargers installed in their condo buildings. But sometimes it's not so easy, and your building will definitely need a plan. And this is where the EV Ready plan comes in. Today in this video, I'll tell you how much the EV Ready plan costs, how much money you can get back in rebates, what's in the EV Ready plan, and why it's such a huge help for condo buildings. But first, if you're wondering who I am, my name's Trevor and I helped launch 2 successful EV charging startups. And if you're looking for an EV Ready plan for your building, I'm happy to help. Usually the price of the EV Ready plan is about $4,500, but if you send me an email with your strata number or your address, I can reply with a formal quote, and I'm sure I can get you a discount. My email is contact@strongenergy-ev.com. Right now, BC Hydro is offering a rebate or an incentive of up to $3,000 for the EV Ready plan. So this means that the total cost will be under $4,500. And if you decide to move forward with the quote, then let us know and we'll contact you to set up the site visit. And before you know it, you'll have the plan in your hands. I also have a few resources that you can download that will help you save time and money on EV charging projects. So keep an eye out for those in the links below. All right, let's go. Okay, first we'll talk about the problem, then the solution, next why you need the plan, and finally how to get it all done. Let's start with the problem. In BC, we have some of the strongest policies for electric vehicles in North America. The goal by 2035 is to have all new cars that are sold be electric. The problem is that most strata buildings or condo buildings aren't ready for it. They already have a ton of residents asking for EV charging. Without a plan with everybody on board together, the cost can skyrocket with uncoordinated installs. And right now, BC Hydro has some really great incentives to help pay to make your buildings EV ready, but these rebates aren't going to be around forever, and even recently they froze up for a bit. So it may behoove buildings to take advantage of these incentives, or else they might have to pay a lot more for these projects in the future. All right, well, what's the solution to all of this? Well, like with many things, the first step to a solution is making a plan. And speaking of plan, an EV Ready plan is a plan to install EV chargers in your building properly in the most cost-effective way. So what's in the EV Ready plan? The EV Ready plan will include a full rundown and assessment on your building's current electrical capacity and system. It will include the best layout for charger placement in your building, a cost estimate or a quote for the project, which will also include different phases or stages of the project. And the fun part is a plan to get the most amount of money back from the government in rebates or incentives for the project. Any building that I speak with, I always recommend getting the EV Ready plan done just so you have it as a tool in your toolbox just in case. Eventually, residents in the building are going to start asking about EV charging, so if you have your EV Ready plan done, you can let them know that a plan is in place and it's being looked at. With the EV Ready plan, you'll know exactly how much everything would cost, and it's just a great thing to have in your back pocket just in case the conversation comes up. Keep in mind that you'll also need to have an EV Ready plan done if you decide to apply for any rebates from the government. I get it. Sometimes it takes strata a while to get the ball rolling on projects like these, but the ones that do get ahead of it definitely have an advantage. Just because you get the EV Ready plan done doesn't mean that you actually have to move forward with the project. It's almost like just having the answers in your back pocket just in case. When the topic of EV charging comes up in council meetings, which I'm sure it will, if you have the EV Ready plan, at least you'll have all the numbers, so it will put a lot of the unknown questions about cost to rest. Also, remember that this will be a great investment into your building. We did this in my building, and I know that it increased the value of our investments. It definitely helped future-proof our property. Some buildings wait until residents start complaining, but then I feel like it's already too late. Getting an EV Ready plan done now will make sure that the strata is proactive rather than reactive. Next video, I'm going to speak more specifically about the electrical infrastructure upgrade that's needed to make your building EV ready. I'll give you some tips and talk about how much it usually costs on average per stall, as well as how much money you can get back in rebates from the government. So stay tuned for that. Again, if you need an EV ready plan done, feel free to give me a shout, and I can also help you navigate the process of getting your incentives. Even if you have general questions about EV charging in your building, I'm here. My email's in the description below. And as always, I'd love if you were to subscribe to the channel and keep following the journey. Thanks so much for checking in, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.